Ash's birthday. Ash.
Oh.
Tea. I think this is the first dude we've teed up here.
No, we've had tea with Claude before, and we've had tea with... No.
Anyway. Hell if I know what to give him. I think pine needles.
Well, no, that's Almirian.
Elmyron.
Almiron, sorry.
That might be Claude. Oh wait, no, we did do tea with Claude, didn't we?
Right.
Dang.
Where's Ash from again?
He's an urchin child?
Yes, but from what region? Well, where was Lenato from?
Kingdom.
Well.
We need
light
tea
of the
with
moon.
Raphael. Actually, no, just meat. No. Rose petal? Oh, wait, no.
That's
Nobles.
Alliance.
Maybe sweet apple.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Nope. We
Thank you
we
very
aced
much.
it with Flayn, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. But we also had so few options at the time.
A little bitter.
Bitter? But it was sweet.
Huh?
Right?
Cats!
Wow.
Loves cats.
Huh?
Probably great work or exploring. What do you think? Great work.
Oh, sure.
No.
Nope. He's not interested in being praised.
Huh?
Cooking.
Yeah, sure.
Is that right?
What? You're the chef!
I thought he likes cooks.
What the?
Cooking, blah. Sorry.
Get out of here with this fake nonsense! Whatever. I will force you to be my friend buddy anyway.
Thanks for the tea. I hope we can do this again.
I do really wish this was a bit less guesswork.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would be really nice if, like, by
this-
leveling their support conversations, you'd also, like, get
That wasn't
hints.
so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'd even guide you. On, like, what they like. Is that save scum worthy? Nah.
No.
Nah, tea ceremonies straight up aren't. They're fun, but they're
I'm
not.
getting it.
Wow,
I
they get a
understand
lot.
more
He's good at cooking, so he probably doesn't have many mishaps.
You've done
That's
me a
fair.
great
That's
service.
true.
Okay, so I get some goodies. And
So, what will we do today? You probably want to do the fishing and the food, unless there's also the event.
yeah, so golden fish and bonding bites. We should do this anyway because I want to get the house tournament. Luckily, we don't have anybody to talk to, really. I mean, I think there might be... No, there's no NPC. But one way or another, we want to go up here.
Well, there's mysterious Monica.
Yeah, but we can't talk to her.
Mhm.
Anyway, Raphael, go do the sword tournament, probably.
Really?
Who else do we have? I'm gonna save. It might be better to just use Catherine.
Wait, you want someone that can win undoubtedly, but not have
Well,
someone train...
So part of it is damage you take from round to round. Like carries over. So if you might do a lot of damage, but if your defense is too low, she's probably fine. Yeah, Catherine's the one to go. Let's see, if you don't battle, you're not gonna have enough battles to do the quest in the bonus battles. No, we got one more weekend after this. Because we got that one. And then the next day
The next day.
is the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. There is a... Oh, wait, no. Cleanup battle? Oh, I totally forgot about certifications today. Then again, I barely have enough intermediate things anyway. There's 3 more battles. Yeah, but some of them don't need to be done anytime soon. Like, we have until February to get a lot of those done. Oh!
Oh, fighting against Ingrid.
Oh boy, poor Ingrid. You sad sack. This isn't fair.
Where do I start?
This is not fair. They're sending one of the top knights
Lady Rhea.
against students for the for the freaking tournament.
Oh.
Stay down.
Sup, Dimitri? I brought a
I'll
bruiser.
never back down.
Oh, I should turbo level her and what's her face a bunch just because.
Edelgard.
Hey, Edelgard, you might actually do some damage here.
A
Oh,
little.
I won't hold back.
Bango. Oh, hey, Felix. Oh, hey, Felix could actually do some damage.
Can you imagine being sidelined after every battle, realizing that
back
this
down.
one woman could completely cut down
All of them.
their army for this
Yeah.
competition? But
Well, I think they just need to have the realization that that's actually just true of my entire group. Oh, hey, Petra. Wait, why is this the finals? You're worse than Felix. Get out of here with your weak business.
Is that all?
admittedly, I
won't
wouldn't
hold
have
back.
Catherine fighting in the battle of the three armies because she is a
Oh,
graduate.
no. There's a reason why I haven't been using Catherine. And because it feels weird to, like, have her as a student. Yeah, she isn't even power leveled. Imagine if the character could join. Oh god, that would just be sad. Like, nobody would stand a chance. It would be embarrassing. Brought a Gatling gun to a knife fight. Oh boy. I love skunking this game into oblivion. What's up, Dad?
Power prep to Reese. I've been committed. You be on your guard.
Okay, so what does he teach? Well, he no longer teaches anything useful. I'm pretty sure my authority stat is, like, way higher than his. Maybe not. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't think you ever get Dad as a playable unit, which is unfortunate.
Well, because we have suspicions
I'm not going to.
Hello, Manuela.
about his ultimate
Teach me
fate.
about flight. Thank.
Greetings. I don't know the.
Teach me about... Well, we don't need to learn about horses anymore. Probably still gotta keep learning reason. 'Cause that's gonna take a while. Catherine and Shamir are marked unavailable for this. Probably for the best, because that would just be
They're
mean.
experienced warriors. They shouldn't be in the student pageantry, I suppose, if you would call it that.
Yeah, I'm not even
I
gonna
look
send
forward
X
to
in the
seeing-
battle. There's part of the other reason why I haven't been using X. Okay, she does teach reason.
I hear that you
Wait, you can fight in this without your main character?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The glory of.
I am now a D in birds.
Of course. I look forward.
Let's see. Well, we have the fishing event. Okay, not completely sure. Most story battles require main character in. I think all actually do. Well, that sucks. Alright, fine. I'm just taking my weapons off. I'll just stand around. Alright. Actually, hold on. Before we do this, where is Petra? Petra is just down here. Let's go see if we can woo Petra with our sweet horse skills.
Hey.
It's over here? Yeah, there you go. You can tell who's not my student because they're yellow. There aren't many of them.
And at the
Yes,
start, it was the
created more-
opposite. Yep.
I am spending my days with devotion to my studies. There is something I think of when looking at you. I am feeling that the way you are teaching would give me great benefit. Is it possible to be switching to your class? I would like to be requesting that of you.
Yes.
I have so much gratitude. I'm still still not used to the speaking of your language, but I have full comprehension. Please, Professor, Teach me all of the things you know.
Okay,
Go
so
away, dog.
Petra has joined us. Let me check support.
I do not like hearing dog barks in one headphone.
So,
There are too many of them in real life.
can't do Ferdinand. Linhart's probably out. We might be able to snag Ingrid? Maybe Ingrid. Probably not Annette. I don't know about Felix. I mean, if Felix does not fall for my sweet sword skills at this point, it means either he's not recruitable at this point, or he is like, we have to do some story thing to get him to recruit. Because I got B rank sword. That's overboard. And my stats, whew, make this man swoon.
Since we were little,
Recruit.
people say you're quite
Oh,
skilled.
nope, there we go.
Perhaps if I joined your class, I could watch your sword technique up close.
Yes.
Indeed. I think that's best. I'll transfer to your class then. Don't make me regret it.
Okay, so we now have Felix.
Mm-hmm. Who does that leave?
Let me see. Sylvain? Ingrid.
Right.
I could try Ingrid. I'm not betting on it. But, like, we could Hail Mary Ingrid, maybe.
We did save her from a hazardous marriage,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that has
All
enough
that's
clout.
left- Good timing, Professor. There's actually
Hail
something
Mary.
I want to speak with you about. Will you put me in your class too? There are so many things I want to learn from you. Being in another class makes it especially challenging.
Sure.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to studying under you. I will be extra diligent with my studies. Thank you for this opportunity.
Woohoo!
Okay. So, we're starting to run out of recruitables.
So at this point, it's Annette, Sylvain, Linhart, and Ferdinand, and then the teachers.
Yeah, so it's the three bookworms and Ferdinand, who's playing extremely hard to get. How many are left to stand in your way in the upcoming tournament? 4 people on both turn. Let's see, you can get Sylvain. Maybe. Sure.
You mean Ferdinand?
No,
So
Ferdinand's playing incredibly hard to get.
Oh, right, because there's something that's plot relevant.
Okay, let's keep saving. What's up, dude? Killed your
After
brother,
all.
join my house.
What's up, Professor? You need something from me? Hey, I got a girl waiting. Well, 2. They don't know about each other. I mean, can we talk later?
They don't know about each other. He's
Yeah.
still playing them.
Yeah, so unfortunately my reason level is ass. It's D+. I could
Yeah, it's not good
conceivably
enough.
get it up to...
You need to train more in magic.
Mm-hmm.
Magic and faith. Well, reason and faith, I should say.
Yeah. Heavy armor I can train on my own. So we probably want to keep training reason. Let's see.
Which would be Hanneman and... Who else?
Okay, so in that case, base special. Let's grab Linhart and can't do Ferdinand.
But they don't have a benefit from it.
Eh.
Wait, can I see the stew? Poultry and onions boiled with salt.
Cause yeah. I'm gonna...
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor. I realized it after I got to the monastery. Nobody in Fargus knows how to cook.
Okay. Now, unfortunately for the semi-boring thing of fish,
Fish.
Hey,
because I can get my professor level up to, I can get my professor level up to... let's see, what is it? I think B?
Oh, did you forget about waiting for a larger
Yeah,
fish?
I totally forgot. I wasn't paying attention to... B+ might be enough for Linhart. Remember getting at least either him or Sylvain before C for some reason. Okay, we'll have to... I'll try. But yeah, if I can get my professor... Oh, God. It's another small fish.
You did it.
Sorry. I was in the fishing zone the other night, but it's been a little while. I love that stupid, like, yeah, thing our character does. It's so dumb. Okay, small fish. That's big fish.
That's... Oh, a large... Wait. But... I thought that a red
We want to
fish...
go for the red ones, but I would much rather get...
Or the gold ones.
A full-sized one than gamble for a giant and get a...
That's
gamble
a good
for a
one.
giant and get insufficient. I mean, maybe I should just gamble for the giants every single time. It probably balances out.
Green loach.
But yeah, if we fish all of this, we should have enough, and then I'll just train reason. Well, they were all large. I don't know. It might be best to just gamble.
Awesome. Oh, you missed the last one or something?
No, I missed the middle one.
Ah.
Happens. But I've got a lot of bait.
Oh,
Gold one.
the marine fish shadow. Oh,
It's fine. You can make one good. Because it's not based on your chain. It's based on how many excellence you get. 4 excellence gets you 20. 5 gets you 30. Large, large, small.
that's one thing I've
Sad.
noticed. They don't have a bobber.
Yeah, it's just in.
I love bobbers. Well, I shouldn't say I love them, but when I was a kid, there was nothing more exciting about fishing than seeing your bobber dip below the surface and it fail to return. Because then you knew that you had hooked something.
Or it got caught on something.
I would rarely do that. Something had to tug it down. I have actually been successful at catching fish with my lure in the air. I think I've told this story before, but you know the Mr. Catfish show that I put on? Apparently, big bass really love movement. So I had a lure that looked exactly like a little catfish, and it was so cute. And sometimes I wouldn't even go fishing with it because it was so heavy it would sink the bobber on its own. So I would just have it around the dock, and I would twirl it around with my rod, almost like a puppet. I was essentially just using it as a puppet, having fun with its little tail twirling around in circles after it. But I was fishing at my friend's pond, and they had made the accident of introducing bass to it, and the bass proceeded to kill most of their frogs and such. And I don't know, her father was essentially saying that, oh, if we do catch any of these, we're just going to eat them. But they hadn't really gone fishing much in the pond. So I was just playing with the catfish lure, and I made a little show of it and everything. We were laughing about it. And I had him doing leaps in the air. So I'd pull the lure, and it's interesting, there's a lot of tension in the water, so when you're pulling up a lure swiftly, it feels like it's much heavier than it's supposed to be, and then it shoots out of the water. It's really impressive, and then it plonks back in. So I was doing that with Mr. Catfish, and I suppose the excitement was so alluring that a bass leapt out of the air after my lure and grabbed onto it in mid-flight. So... and then I had to reel the monster in. It was about 1 foot long. It never really got hooked, so it kind of flopped off and then fell back into the water again. But we pretty much called it a day there. Their fish, however, they were trained so that if you had little bits of ham, the sunnies would come up and eat them from your hands. Or bluegills. Sunnies, bluegills? I can never tell the difference between them. They look so similar.
When you rank up your professor level, you don't get the activity point till next time. Yep. But it's still important to get that activity point preemptively.
You know what I was really surprised by? When your grandmother cooked up all those bluegills or sunnies.
Yeah.
And how they were actually really good.
They were okay.
You just don't like whitefish, but they were
Correct.
really good. I liked them a lot. I never knew that that's what they tasted like. Essentially, they had dozens of little fish fillets because, what, your uncle had gone fishing for them?
No, her and my uncle? I forget exactly. But yeah, they caught like 30, 40 of them or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, cool. I guess it's one of those
They were
where
like
it's
mini fish fries.
My problem with stuff like that is I just feel kind of guilty with the mass loss of, like, just life. Even though, like, I don't really bat an eye. I guess part of it is, like, fish are harder to farm? Question mark?
Well, so it's a weird thing.
Overfishing is, like, a huge worry of mine. Because, like,
Right,
I'd rather
but then
have...
there are freshwater fish where some of them are in really high quantities. But no,
Yeah.
like a lot of ocean fish have been overfished to nigh
Yeah, I guess I've
extinction.
never really looked into the logistics of
Lake fish.
freshwater fish and how
Freshwater lake fish, yeah.
how plentiful they are. One of the two reasons I like salmon so much. One, I actually like the flavor. Two, I know it's sustainable-ish, or it's semi-sustainable.
They do have fish farms for salmon and catfish. I think those are fish that they've been able to tame.
Because
What?
salmon are stupid. They won't swim through, like, bubble walls, if I remember right. So you could just, like, straight up...
Wait, what? Wait, so you can just have
Yeah, just a bunch of
tube
bubbles.
with bubbles coming up?
Yeah. And they'll just be like, nope, not touching that.
You don't even need a net to keep them contained then.
Yeah.
Weird. But I think the thing is, and I know that we definitely love our beef and our pork and poultry and stuff, but at the same time, from a resources standpoint,
I'm just
fish
hoping
are
from a
probably a lot easier to grow and...
Yeah. I'm just hoping from a sustainability standpoint we start, like, breeding bison en masse. Because bison are straight up way better for the environment than cows are. And they taste so much better. And they're pretty meaty suckers, too.
Well, and also, for the United States, they're native.
Yeah. Actually,
as opposed to cows.
You know the creature that's even better than both? Freaking the crossbreed between bison and cows.
Oh, right. I showed you the beefalos.
Yeah, beefalos are a legit thing. And apparently they're good. I'd love to have...
They look like slightly fuzzy brown cows.
Yeah. A little bit more, like, front-heavy.
Mm-hmm. Weird crossbreeds.
But, like...
No, I think their children are viable.
Yeah.
So they can continue creating
There's a breeding
beefalo.
program for them. But yeah, they don't put out nearly as much, like, methane and CO2 and whatever.
That's the thing. They were saying that the amount of methane cows put out is actually
Dangerous?
severely detrimental to the environment. Did you know, I think I've read this, but when I was looking up things about pets and sustainability with pets, cats and dogs consume 1/3 of the meat that's produced in the United States.
Yep.
Can you imagine that all of that's going to feed dogs and cats? And it's something that people don't think about if they want to, say, be more of a vegetarian or be more conservative with resources and help the environment and such. One way to actually do that is by refusing to have
Own a pet?
carnivores. Well, specifically carnivores. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, that's fair.
pets of any nature will be an additional tax on things, but
I mean, the same could be said of children.
precisely. But
Like, I'd say it's probably okay if you're child-free. But I've had family members with, like, 4 kids and 3 dogs, and I'm like, you really did not need, like, half of that.
mm-hmm.
You can't really make your pets vegan. Yeah, it's super unhealthy.
People have done that with their cats and dogs and make them really sick.
Yeah.
It's not good for them.
Like, if you want to make your pet vegan, get a guinea pig.
Yeah, get a
Those
creature
suckers
that's already
are
an
adorable
herbivore.
and vegan from the get-go. You don't have to screw with their digestive system. And they'll love you for it.
Oh, guinea pigs are adorable. And yes, I love petting them, and they make the noises. They're just so cute. But and
No.
then too, people don't think about it, but the feces. The fact that there are millions of little dog baggies holding their doo-doo. And the thing too is, they actually dog urine kills all the grass along the sides of the road.
Yeah, it's super noticeable in our neighborhood.
Where
the
specifically the dogs pee.
Yeah.
But then also too, because they serve as the home for so many parasites and such, people are actually getting terrible infections and diseases from what was it? Some guy had to get a leg amputated because he slipped and fell on a soccer field that was intended for humans, and people aren't supposed to walk their dogs there, but people had left dog poop there. And even in small quantities, like if someone had even picked up the dog poop but some of it was left behind, just a smear on the grass, that's enough to potentially infect a person with terrible microbes or worms and such.
Probably the same people that drank raw water, contributing to the measles outbreak. God, those people are stupid.
Raw
I remember
water?
there was a politician
What's raw
that
water?
it's just like water straight out of a creek, without thinking about like what microbes might be living in there.
Right. Some of which being the aforementioned dog poo and cow poo and poo in general.
Yeah, or also any of the chemicals, say, that we routinely dump in half of our waterways.
Well, also farm runoff.
Yeah, farm runoff is bad. But they've
If you're
lobbied
wondering
it that
about
it's all natural. So
if you're wondering about algae plumes and stuff, that's nitrates. Nitrates used to fertilize root vegetables and other. Well, actually, the thing to do is they had discovered this back in, what was it? Maybe in medieval times, about the benefits of having root vegetables cycled with more nutrient intensive crops like wheat and corn and such. Have to be tempered with having potatoes or onions or things that, like tubers and bulbs and things that grow under the ground. If you think about it, an onion is a bulb.
Yep.
But
We're almost there. I actually don't mind the fishing minigame in this game because it's not stressful. It's just timing.
oh, people are asking about crop rotation now. Yeah, it's essentially, if you have wheat, the wheat sucks up most of the nutrients from the soil. You see, in order for a lot of plants to remain healthy, they have to have, I think it's like nitrates or nitrites. It helps nutrients bond to their roots.
We are now a
And
B
such.
rank professor.
Yeah.
Hey, we can have more adjuncts. Okay,
And
that's enough of
there are
that.
some vegetables that help produce it and bond it to the soil or like distribute it in the soil, and there are other ones that just consume it. And onions and a lot of root vegetables and stuff of that nature, they are able to increase its numbers? I don't really know how to describe it, per se. But they're able to replenish the supply in the soil. And then there are other ones that take it away. So what happened with, say, the Dust Bowl and a bunch of other things was... Actually, that begs the question of why they didn't do crop rotations back in the Dust Bowl properly. I think everyone was focusing on a particular crop and they didn't have rotations going on. But it causes eventual soil degradation, erosion, new plants can't grow there, and then because soil requires moisture and rooting in order to keep it stable, it's why when people tear down forests, areas start to become desert. There's nothing to hold them in place, and the particulates start flying all around.
You're all set.
Much of China is facing issues with that.
See you again
because
soon.
They've deforested so much land, and their cities are slowly starting to butt up to desert because of it, and it's dusty perpetually all the time. And there's so much to learn, and there's so much that needs to be considered. Everything is interconnected. It's all cause and effect.
Plain see reason. Plain see more reason. Plain become reasonable. Alright, we just Hail Married Ingrid. I forgot about that. Wait, she wanted... I guess it kind of makes sense. She wanted, wait. Is she like the most one-dimensional nonsense? She is. She likes horses and Pegasuses and swords and lances. And everything else can just go away.
She wants to be a Pegasus Knight.
Well, let's change her goals. Ingrid. Let's put you to... God, we barely have any swords people, but we also barely have any lance people. Pick one or the other. Alternatively, horses! Let's see. Instructs.
But yeah, so where were we with that whole thing?
Ingrid.
Yeah,
Guess I'm good at horses. Have horse.
I suppose the best way
We'll travel.
to think of the whole meat situation, I know that we've been enjoying meat much of our lives, especially beef
What's
and
Felix
such.
good at? Felix is secretly what?
A lot of people are starting to say if you want to help the environment, you have to think about how many resources go into the effort to raise an animal to adulthood and then harvest the meat from them and stuff. How much plant matter are they consuming in their lifetime? How much water are they consuming in their lifetime? And then the payoff is the meat.
Wait.
How much caloric value is it providing for people?
What is
nutritional
this?
Value.
What is going on here? What is... Petra. Something about... God. So Petra requires X rank in horses to recruit? She's not even interested in horses.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
She likes Pegasuses. She likes sky horses. She don't give no shits about regular horses. But you gotta know how to ride for some reason.
Well,
what the hell?
Don't you know how to ride before you can learn how to fly? You would think that you'd have to learn...
I don't know, but like...
how to ride a ground horse before you are able to tame a Pegasus.
I don't know, but there's something... Her values, they're wrong. We'll have her be sword and flying. I don't know. Did we pick anybody else up? I'm starting to lose track of characters here. Like, it's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
God.
I think one of my teachers described it best as a... Yeah, how many resources go into a food? How much nutritional value do you get out of that food? And also, energy diminishes from when the plant is originally ingested by an animal to another animal to... If you notice, that's why humans don't really seem to eat much for predators. Can you think of a predator that we eat?
Well, predator meat also tends to... Well,
it's
it's really hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they only come down to Earth in, like,
leaner.
singletons. And then they suck to kill. Like, how many people did it take down one predator?
I don't know.
Like, how many Schwarzeneggers does it take to take down a predator?
Aside from dogs and cats, not many other predators are successfully tamed.
Shell, I need your expertise on this one.
Wait, what?
How many Schwarzeneggers does it take to take down a predator?
It depends on the variety of predator. What predator?
Professor.
Like
the
a
predator.
Lion? Wait, the predator?
Come on, Shell.
Oh, I get what you mean. I'm sorry. I mean, only one, but he did mow through about 7 other really buff guys that were on par.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking, because like they probably tired him out a little bit, or was there like no team effort and he was just picking them off one by one?
So the interesting thing was, let me try to recount all the ways in which they died.
Maybe we should actually just watch it. Oh, he's Elmira.
Oh, I've already shown
need me
you
for something?
the
Thank you.
Alien movies.
This
You
smell
should
reminds me
definitely
of the
watch
tea
Predator
I
with
really
me.
like.
Wait, you got a good
Thanks.
tea?
Yeah, because he's Elmiran.
Well, that's easy to determine.
I still feel proud I found a tea people like.
Gotta cool it down.
Okay. Probably doing great work. Could be monastery rules, but it's probably doing great work.
Whoa.
Yep. I wish all of the options were just Rhea.
Yeah.
Probably thanks for everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. Oh, he blushed a little bit there. That's cute.
What?
Lady Rhea.
Yeah.
Lady Rhea.
If I got kicked out of the monastery, I'd have no other place to go.
Lies. Perfect, absolute perfect tea time.
Perfect tea time.
We got the tea you liked, and we ran our way to victory. Observe. Nod. Joke.
Okay, yeah.
Joke.
Okay, yeah.
Nod.
Yeah.
Joke. Banter.
What?
Banter.
Oh my.
Alright, that's enough. I like treating it like some bizarro
Well, I still got some work to
big
get
time
done.
event.
Thanks for the tea. See ya, Professor.
At least it's not as bizarre as other, I don't know, bonding sessions. In Pokemon, you were just feeding them and rubbing your cursor over
creepily
them.
rubbing them in
We
the
didn't do
pleasure
too bad,
spots.
did we?
What?
Yeah.
That's what you referred to them as?
Yeah.
And then, but wasn't there that bizarre conception game
Yep.
I'm beginning to
where it
understand.
was
I think I
it
get
was-
it now.
the female harem
How's
that your
this gonna
character
help?
was
I'm a quick study.
amassing, that you had a little sessions with? We never played that game, but I saw the trailer for it and how they had something similar to Pokemon X and Y and the later X and Y games, when people are probably wondering what conception is.
It's weird.
What was the premise? That your character was going to an academy on an island?
I don't know.
Or something weird?
But it was
and
weird.
you were practically I think you were the only male character. There were a bunch of these ladies. And you learned a kind of magic where if your bond was strong, you would you would concept a baby spirit that would help you in your turn-based combat, probably. I've never played the game, but I remember seeing it at the store and going, huh, this looks interesting. Reading the premise, oh my. No.
Oh.
So...
Right, it's
and it was
flame.
just so creepy. And the things that I was referring to was, in the Pokemon games, in the more recent ones, you have an opportunity to bond with your Pokemon by feeding them and patting them on the head or rubbing the fur on their chest or something weird. But in this game, they had that, but it was just the girl standing there. And I don't know if there was food. But
there was definitely like various stages of dress, and you could totally like,
Succeeded!
puff puff.
yeah, you could puff your way to conception. It was strange.
It was so disgusting. Why?
I was not comfortable. Okay, so we're gonna do battle. Let's do Land of the Golden Deer. And then we'll do best of the best.
But it just makes you wonder, too. Did they expect... I don't know.